Let's make history. Congratulations to one of my least favorite New York City mayors, Eric Adams, for becoming the first New York City mayor hit with a federal indictment. Well done. He's had several federal investigations going on for the last few years. He's being suspected of receiving illegal campaign funds from Turkey. He had like a police commissioner, Kabang, who was hiring basically all his relatives and friends. And then they were shaking down bars and restaurants, telling them like, oh, your music is too loud. You broke this ordinance. Your paperwork on this isn't right. Where's your licensing? And then they would say, but if you give us about $1,000 or $2,000, we'll make it all go away. They did it to one bar owner, I believe, who refused to do it. And he went and put it out there. He made it public. So there's that.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for gathering. My name is Damian Williams, and I'm the United States Attorney here in the Southern District of New York. Today we are announcing campaign finance, bribery, and conspiracy charges against Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City. As the indictment alleges, Mayor Adams engaged in a long-running conspiracy in which he solicited and knowingly accepted illegal campaign contributions from foreign donors and corporations. As we allege, Mayor Adams took these contributions even though he knew they were illegal. And even though he knew these contributions were attempts by a Turkish government official and Turkish businessmen to buy influence with him. We also allege that the mayor sought and accepted well over $100,000 in luxury travel benefits from some of the same foreign actors who arranged many of the illegal campaign contributions. These benefits included free international business class flights and opulent hotel rooms in foreign cities. The mayor had a duty to disclose these gifts on his annual public disclosure forms so that the public could see who was giving him what. But as we allege, year after year after year, he kept the public in the dark. He told the public he received no gifts, even though he was secretly being showered with them. We allege that Adams accepted these benefits knowing that they were given to him because of his position. And in exchange for some of those improper benefits, he intervened in the New York City Fire Department's inspection process for a building owned and operated by the Turkish government, allowing it to open even though it had not passed the fire inspection. Adams knew that these wealthy individuals could not legally donate in a U.S. election. Federal law clearly prohibits foreign donations. That's how we protect our elections from foreign influence. Yet Adams directed his staff to pursue this illegal money to support his campaign for mayor. And Adams allegedly disguised them all in the same way by accepting the money through so-called straw donors. A straw donor contributes someone else's money, hiding the money's illegal source, such as a foreign businessman, a corporation, or a wealthy New Yorker who has already contributed the maximum amount allowed. And as we allege, Adams circumvented all of these laws, taking contributions from exactly the sources the law prohibits, all to benefit his mayoral campaigns. But months after taking the flights, Adams wrote an email to a staff member and told the staff member that he had left cash in her desk drawer and that she should send the money to the Turkish airline to pay for a trip he had already taken. As the indictment makes clear, that's just a clumsy cover-up. Now, just because Adams received benefits for free, that doesn't mean that there weren't strings attached. We allege that when the Turkish government official needed him, Adams also took corrupt official action in exchange for some of the luxury travel benefits. In 2021, the Turkish government official was trying to open a brand new high-rise building in Manhattan that would house Turkey's consulate. There was significant time pressure because the Turkish official desperately needed the building to be open in time for a visit from Turkey's president. This building was important to the Turkish official, and it was important to Turkey. But the FDNY's fire safety professionals wouldn't let the building open because the building hadn't passed an inspection. And not just that, some of the people at the FDNY thought the building had so many issues and defects that the building was not safe to occupy. So the Turkish official sent word to Adams that it was, quote, his turn, unquote, to support Turkey. And as we allege, Adams delivered and pressured the fire department to let the building open. The FDNY professionals were convinced that they would lose their jobs if they didn't back down. And so they did. They got out of the way and let the building open. The Turkish official got what he wanted, and as we explained in the indictment, just 4 days after Adams held up his end of the bargain, he went right back to soliciting more travel benefits from the Turkish airline.
Now with Mayor Eric Adams indicted, Governor Kathy Hochul would have the power to suspend or remove him. She could immediately suspend Adams for up to 30 days, or now that he's charged, she could remove him from office after he has, quote, an opportunity to be heard in his defense. A conviction is not required under law for removal. You'd have to go back to 1932 when then-Governor, later President Franklin Delano Roosevelt attempted to remove Mayor Jimmy Walker, who was accused of widespread corruption. Walker resigned first. Since news of the federal probe into Adams broke and the investigations began to mushroom, Hochul has not indicated what she might do, repeatedly saying,
"My job is to work with the mayor of New York."
There's a second, never-before-used option for removal under the city charter called the Inability Committee, made up of city officials. But the mayor would have allies on the committee, and it's extremely unlikely to go anywhere. Of course, Adams could resign, which he said he won't do.
I'm stepping up, not stepping down.
However a vacancy comes about, the result would be the same. Public advocate Jumaane Williams would become the mayor with limited legal ability to make changes right away. He would be required to call a special election for mayor within 3 days. It would occur approximately 80 days later. The special election would be a ranked choice voting situation.
The person with the least number of votes is eliminated. If your first choice candidate does not win and they're eliminated, we then count your second choice vote and add it to the candidate's total. This process continues until we have a winner.
Any special election would be nonpartisan, so if Williams decides he wants to keep the job, he would likely be running against a wide array of other candidates. 2021 GOP mayoral nominee Curtis Sliwa, Comptroller Brad Lander, State Senators Zellner Myrie and Jessica Ramos, former Comptroller Scott Stringer, and Republican Council Minority Leader Joe Borelli have all expressed interest or are already running for mayor. And looming large is former Governor Andrew Cuomo, who has not ruled out a political comeback.
Leave your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to Will Flores TV on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and X.